oh my god, like the medicine they used, which used to cost them $1,000, that just like cost them now just $5 only. It's amazing, it's a miracle. Assalamu alaikum guys, how are you in Bangladesh? So hope so that you will find there in Bangladesh, my Bengali friends. And today I've got a fantastic video from Bangladesh, and somebody in the past just asked me for the reaction. I just like forgot the name. I couldn't just get the name in the comments, but this video is about Bangladesh produces 97% of the drugs it uses. So it's about like medicines which Bangladesh produce in Bangladesh, and it seems like you people, you don't have to import the medicines from abroad, so you produce your medicine yourself. So I got this video, and I think so it would be worth watching and worth getting the information, because Bangladesh of course is thriving in all the aspects, in all the departments of life. So as like in this department too, about medicines and like pharma department. So let's see how Bangladesh is just like producing its medicine itself. So hopefully that this video will tell me very thoroughly about this development in Bangladesh. So here we go, and we'll start this video now.
Several months ago, Sonia Mahmood started suffering from stomach pains. A doctor prescribed her some tablets. One packet costs just 83 cents and lasts 2 weeks.
After paying the rent, the gas bill and water bill, it's affordable. It's within my budget.
Sonia is among the majority of Bangladesh's 165 million people who only use medicines that have been manufactured inside the country. Over the past 20 years, generic drug production here has grown 30-fold. Bangladesh is allowed to copy drugs already on the market without having to pay costly fees to the patent holders.
Very good.
It's a concession given to the country by the World Trade Organization due to its least developed country status. Bangladesh now imports just 3% of the drugs it needs, far less than many other countries. Pakistan imports 30% of its medicines, Vietnam 60%, and Singapore 80%. The industry has become one of the most advanced sectors in Bangladesh.
In sector,
as many as 600,000 tablets are produced in this factory every hour, using state-of-the-art equipment and highly trained staff. More than 500 types of medicine are now made in Bangladesh, including cancer drugs and insulin. And prices are much lower than the originals. Sofosbuvir, originally made by Gilead Sciences, is a drug used to treat hepatitis C. Each tablet costs $1,000, but the Bangladeshi version, Hopetavir, costs just $5, and a single anti-cancer tablet, erlotinib, originally manufactured by Roche, costs $60. The Bangladeshi version, Erlokent, is $3.50.
Wow.
And many more drugs
because of the import cost actually.
70% working in the research and development group. One for formulation and the analytical. So every year we have from Incepta, I would say more than 50 to 60 new product launching in local market.
The industry accounts for a modest 3% of all exports. Revenues last year amounted to $125 million. But foreign sales are growing at a rate of 24% per year, despite competition from India and China. And a number of countries, including the UK, US and Turkey, have formally recognized Bangladesh's rigorous testing process. This is a popular anti-hypertension drug. It's been through the entire production process, but will be tested one last time before being exported to at least 15 countries, including the Maldives and Sri Lanka.
Very good.
The government has imposed price caps on all medicines, so ordinary people can afford them. The plan now is to capture 10% of the global generic drug market within the next 7 years, a goal Bangladesh is well on the way to achieving. Shamin Chowdhury, TRT World, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
And Shamin's here in the studio with us again. Hello there, Shamin. So Bangladesh has done well in the generic drugs industry because it's been exempt from having to pay patents to the people that produced, that invented them. But a lot of other countries also have the same exemptions. What's Bangladesh doing that some of these other countries are not doing right?
Well, there are other factors that come into play as far as Bangladesh is concerned. One is that there's a ban on the import of any foreign drugs, and that is to cut down competition for local producers. So even if you wanted to, you couldn't buy the brand names in Bangladesh. So that's one thing. Secondly, there's a very large pool of potential workers who can help produce medicines, and unlike the case of the garments industry, it's not low-skilled workers. These are chemists, pharmacists, biotechnology graduates. So you have a very strong professional pool base from which you can have working inside these pharmacies to help produce these drugs. And finally, it's a massive market. We're looking at more than 160 million people who all need medicine. So when you have market demand, you are going to get a supply. So it's numbers. A number of factors have gone into the position Bangladesh is in now as far as its pharmaceutical industry is concerned.
Those concessions run out in 2033, though. What happens after that?
This is something I put to some of the scientists at some of the pharmacy companies that we went to. They're not too concerned because the export rate is growing by about 24% every single year. At the moment, it brings in about 3% of the overall revenues, but they expect that to grow much higher. But at the same time, that Bangladesh is also producing its own original drugs. There's a lot of research and development going on in as far as the industry is concerned, and they're hoping that they may well be able to patent their own drugs in 15 years' time. The general feeling seems to be that it's quite some time away. It's a booming industry. Let's keep doing what we're doing, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, Shamim, I mean, one of the interesting things in your report that you pointed out there was that huge disparity in the prices of the drugs. And still, the makers of the generic drugs in Bangladesh are able to make a profit.
Yes, they are. It could be a question of piling them high, selling them cheap. Again, it's a huge population. Many people need drugs. If you sell something cheap to many people, you're still going to get a profit.
Economies of scale.
Economies of scale,
But
exactly.
the interesting thing about that comparison is that the makers of the patented drugs, the brand name drugs, are obviously making such a huge margin.
Yes, it's quite astonishing.
It
is quite astonishing, and
isn't
it does beg the question as to whether there should be perhaps some kind of caps on
Fascinating
prices.
discussion. We've got more to come through the rest of the week. Tell us very quickly, Shamim, what we've got in from Bangladesh tomorrow.
So tomorrow we're going to look at the e-commerce business. More than 2,500 e-commerce businesses thriving across Bangladesh. It does have its challenges. There's only 50% of the country has internet connection. Quite a lot of computer illiteracy as well. So we'll be looking at all those issues.
Fantastic. Shamim Chowdhury, thank you.
Okay, well, actually, they are importing just 3% of the medicines, and 97% are being produced in the country. It's amazing, of course. It's astonishing, I must say, that a country which once was considered much like poor and like developing, underdeveloped, but now they are thriving. They are, of course, having like boom at the moment, and it's a good news for Bengali people. Like everything is just like being done in the country, the packaging, the production of medicine, and the people, they are getting medicines very cheap, like the cancer medicine, cancer tablet, which used to cost them more than $60, but now they can get that for $3 only. And one medicine they used to get for $1,000, but now they get in Bangladesh, because they are manufactured, they are getting that medicine for $5 only. So it's amazing, I must say, that it's like how far the Bangladesh will go in future. You never know actually, but you must expect something special, something positive, because negativity is not there now for the Bengali people. They are like moving forward actually. In future, of course, you are supposed to expect something special from them. So thank you very much, one person from Bangladesh who just recommended me this video to react. So it's a fantastic video, and every video I watch about Bangladesh, that tells me something special about Bangladesh. Thank you very much.